peace and all good things. You know, when I take a look sometimes at this manger scene, I see it kind of as a fairy tale, you know, like a beautiful event that happened 2,000 years ago. When you have Mary, Joseph, looking so calmly down at the Christ child just lying there, you know, wrapped in swaddling clothes. And you know, you have the Magi so peacefully coming and bowing, and then the shepherds just coming and praising Jesus like there's no worry in the world. I think that one of the challenging things for me when I think of the first Christmas like this is in some ways it becomes unrelatable. That in a year in which has been at least difficult for me, I think for many others also, and when we come with all of the struggles that we may be facing in our lives, sometimes we think, well, we have to, if you will, you know, suspend real life and just stand in awe of the manger scene, stand in awe of Christmas and say, wow, that's nice. Gives us a little bit of peace, gives us a little breath of fresh air from the chaos that may be in our lives, or the worries or the fears that we may be experiencing in our lives. A moment of pause. But sometimes we really can't relate to it. And I think that really when we look at the scriptures and we really think about what happened on that first Christmas, it was not this fairy tale. You know, Mary and Joseph were not at peace. You know, Joseph, I'm sure, was very worried and fearful about keeping Mary and the Christ child safe as King Herod was trying to come and kill Jesus. I'm sure that Mary maybe was a little worried for a second too, when there was no room in the inn. Where is she going to be able to take care of the Christ child? And we see, you know, this scene as being really not one of necessarily all peace and tranquility, but really chaos in a certain sense. And these people are real people, the Holy Family and all of the other characters, if you will, of the Christmas story, and experience something real and that we can relate to. So what makes this so peaceful, what makes this such an example for us, is that they really trusted in God. They trusted that even though they didn't know what was going to happen, that God and God's providence will provide. And I think that that's how we should come toward the manger scene this Christmas. Not as trying to suspend our fears, suspend the chaos that may be occurring in our lives, to just look at the manger scene and say, that is nice. But saying, you know what? This is what it's all about. Trusting in God, trusting that the Word has become flesh, Jesus is with us. And if we trust that God is still with us, and that God, as He provided for the Holy Family 2,000 years ago, God will still provide for us if we trust. If we allow our fears to be taken up to God, and that He can give us the strength to continue to move on. If we could say yes to God, as Mary and Joseph did at that first Christmas night, so too our lives can be transformed. Let us try to live that way in our lives and during this Christmas season. God bless you.